Well, hey.
I'm very impressed with this, with the quality of the Mamba turbo. I mean, you wouldn't really tell a difference.
What is going on, guys? I'm Jack.
And I'm Ollie.
And welcome back to Project Race Car. And today, work starts on the R34. So we are going to, well, if you haven't seen last week's video, go and check that out first, because it gives a bit more explanation about what's going to be going on over the coming weeks. But in short, today we are fitting a new turbo to the car. So we are fitting a Mamba GCX 3071R, which we'll get out of the box in a minute and show you guys, but we've got to get everything out of the bay first. So there's a chunk of stuff in here. Turbo's down here somewhere.
Yeah, the J pipe that comes off the turbo's there, and it runs up to here. All of this upper intercooler piping's got to come off. The air filter's got to come out. All of these heat shields and stuff on top here.
So we are going to do. This is going to get some love at some point. We're just working on, obviously getting everything, getting the car set up as I want it at the moment. So obviously increasing the power. We've done the coilovers and stuff like that. So this will get some love at some point. But if you haven't seen the video, guys, we have actually painted the rocker covers midnight purple, which does look pretty cool if the camera decides to focus.
Yeah, and it's lasted fairly well.
It's lasted all right. It's not perfect, and it'll probably get repainted at some point.
Yeah.
But everything else is an absolute mess, as you can probably see.
Yes. So, also, if you can see behind me, there's an engine. That is a B18 C4 for an upcoming project of a friend of ours. So you'll have to stay tuned for that as well, because that's going to get boosty boy bits.
Boosty boy.
Ow! I kicked your car. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. It's low. Okay.
What a.
It's low.
Right.
Let's crack on.
Let's crack on.
I'm going to take this up at intercooler piping off, and then we can start to get at the bracketry that's underneath of it, which allows the J pipe here is going to have to come off as well. So
we've got the upper intercooler pipe off. Ollie's just getting the.
It's like a J pipe thingy, my bobby.
J pipe, that's the one. You can see there's a bit more room now. Now the pipe's off to get to the stock turbo, which is down there somewhere. Can't see it. Somewhere down there. So while Ollie's just faffing around sorting the rest of the bits out, let's go and take a look at something that's just arrived in the post, because this is another important part of this build. So they're just over here on the side. They are
10 out of 10 for the unboxing experience.
They are, guys, Superformer coil packs. So these are actually produced just up the road from us. They are from JDM Garage. They've got their own little production wing, I guess. Obviously, you've heard of JDM Garage. But I'll tell you what, the boxing and the packaging for this is so cool. Like, I was going to buy Splitfires, but obviously Splitfire shut down, which is a real shame. So,
I'm so sorry.
Excuse me. But yeah, the boxing is absolutely awesome, guys, and the packaging is so cool. Because they're such a small-ish manufacturer, I was just assuming it was going to be a cardboard box with some coil packs in. But no, they've done a pretty good job. So let's get them unboxed so you guys can see what they look like, because they're actually pretty sweet inside. So guys, look how cool this packaging is. Like, it's proper branded and everything. Yeah, there we go. How sweet do they look? Just get one out of the box. They look pretty sweet, right? Come on, camera. There we go. And so these are produced by JDM Garage. If you are in need of replacement coils, they're rated up to apparently 900 bhp plus. So they should be plenty for what we need, and they're cheaper than OEM ones as well, now that you can't get Splitfires anymore. Lovely. So guys, Ollie's making good progress on getting everything off to take a look at the turbo, the stock turbo. So let's take a look. We're getting there. We can.
So what I'm trying to do is pull all of the heat shields off of the factory log manifold, so that I can actually see the turbo.
Yes.
Because it's pretty buried.
Yeah. So we've taken quite a lot off already, and I guess below that heat shield down there.
Yeah, I'm probably going to take this power steering reservoir off.
There's the pipe.
That's the pipe that goes to the upper intercooler, and if you look just in here, let me get a light.
Well, we can see it. There's the wastegate, guys. There's the wastegate for the turbo over there.
The compressor cover's right under my hand. So
yeah. So it's pretty far down, but
we're getting there.
Fingers crossed there's going to be enough room for the 3071. So we're just saying there's some bits that we're going to get while we're in here. I'm going to get some new silicone hosing and stuff and replace all of that.
Some new vacuum line, because you may as well.
Yeah, probably get a catch can as well, just to
all remove. Of this all of this is pretty old and pretty well, I expect it to be brittle. And then you've got this, which sort of sits there and basically connects to your rocker cover and acts as like your breather system for your like PCV valve as such, or what would have been a PCV valve. But you just get rid of this because it adds a lot of complexity to this area. And you don't really need it, so we're going to bin that and persuade Jack to run a catch can off of the 2 rocker cover breathers, and find somewhere else to mount it in the bay.
Yeah, so that comes off here, and then yeah, we'll find somewhere to put it. I'm sure we can find somewhere to mount it, can't we?
To be fair, most people put the catch cans where the battery are, but we'll find.
Yeah, well that is going in the boot at some point. Maybe that gets brought forward a bit.
We'll find somewhere to mount one soon. I'm pretty sure you can buy one from these cars and that just bolts in.
Probably, yeah.
So we'll have a look at that.
We'll have a look. We'll bring that for you in the next video at some point. Get in here. There we go. It's a pretty small one.
Can't cover.
So we're going to rip all this out.
Yep.
Let's crack on.
Let's get on it.
So guys, I just realised I've been calling this stock turbo for the entire video. Completely forgot it's not actually a stock turbo. The car came with a stage 1 from JDM Garage, which is the same place the coil packs came from. It came with the car when I bought it. I don't know why the previous owner put a stage 1 on it. I'm guessing the original turbo failed and they replaced it with the next nearest thing. But if it was me, I'd have bought a stage 3 or stage 4 just for that extra headroom. But I guess they probably didn't want the extra overheads of mapping and ECUs and things like that you'd obviously have to do to go along with it. So yeah, we're going to pull that out, and Ollie's just grabbed all the bits for the Mamba turbo. So if we look down here,
the Mamba boy.
You would have seen in the last video, guys, if you watched it. But there's the Mamba 3071. It comes with this fitting kit as well, which is really nice. It's got a spacer in there, some what I'm guessing are AN lines, and all the various bits and pieces that we need to mount it. There's a bit of hose in there as well. So yeah, it's a lot more. And to be fair, it doesn't actually look that much bigger, does it?
No.
When you look at it like that, you look at the Mamba there, guys, and then if we look at the well, what is essentially a Garrett.
We'll compare them when we get them out.
Yeah, so we'll pull them out and see what the difference is, because that's not too different in size. So guys, we decided to jack the car up instead of trying to get the turbo out from this angle, just because it's easier to take the downpipe off and just pull it through and inspect all that. So Ollie is currently under the car doing things. I don't know if we're going to be able to see. There we go.
Shall I take the camera?
There is a light.
Oh, that's a lovely angle of me.
There you go.
So, from my view, we have 3 14mm hex heads on the downpipe, and then right up there, see if I can move the light into a better position. Right up there's 2 12mm on the oil drain, which goes down to the sump. So I've got to take these off, drop the downpipe, and then there, I don't know if you can see that. Ooh, zoom in. Hello, camera, focus. There's the 3 10mm that I had trouble getting at from the top to take the downpipe off, well, the elbow on the turbo. So instead I'm going to take the downpipe off the elbow and pull the whole lot out from the top. So guys, the turbo is almost out. Ollie's just undoing the last coolant line, which is proving to be a bit of a pain in the arse. I put it in a stupid location on the back side of the turbo. Well, hey. Oh, you got it off the elbow too, nice. Lucky days. There we go. One Garrett spoolie boy.
New old turbo. Yeah, it is a Garrett, isn't it? So this is a hybrid turbo, guys. It's from JDM Garage. Stage 1, I believe. At least that's what I got the receipt for anyway. It came with the car. So yeah, I can't remember what the internals are, but it's got a billet compressor wheel and some other bits and pieces. So yeah.
It's unfortunately snapped a downpipe stud. Yeah. So we'll have to wind that one out somehow and go from there. So sick. Yeah, happy days. So guys, we've got the turbo off, as you can see. Just gonna do a bit of comparison between the stage 1 turbo that was on it and the new 3071R. So if you look in the top, that's where you can see the biggest difference. Yeah, the wheel is huge. The wheel in comparison. The wheel in the Garrett or in the Mamba is much bigger, and it will flow a lot more. Whereas that's a very nice wheel and it's in very good condition. So this turbo could have probably done more, but in terms of housings. They're both exactly the same AR compressor housings. Slightly different shapes, slightly different castings, different mounting positions for the wastegates, because these are both internally wastegated turbos.
Yeah.
They're more or less the same size. I think the exhaust wheel is a little bit fatter on this one than it is on this one. You've got quite a bit more distance here, giving a smaller, more forced area on the turbine wheel than this. But otherwise they're very, very similar. Obviously the inlet size is much bigger on this one, so you can run a bigger air filter setup, and also the J pipe obviously bolted onto here, and this one just has a coupler for a silicone connector, so we're going to have to get a 90-degree fit in for this one. This kit does actually come with all the lines as well, because the cartridge is actually different. If you look at the size of the cooling lines on the OEM turbo versus the Mamba, they're much smaller, so the kit does come with braided lines and everything to bolt straight on. So all in all, very impressed with this, with the quality of the Mamba turbo. I mean, you wouldn't really tell a difference really in terms
I mean, they're both
of quality.
Garretts, aren't they? The old turbo is a Garrett as well.
This is old technology. This is much newer technology. This is probably, I know it's a new turbo, but it's technically old technology now. This is probably 20-year-old technology, whereas this is 5 to 6 year old technology, because the Gen 2, which is what this is based on, is quite an old turbo now. So, but yeah, nonetheless, it's proven. So let's get it ready to be put on.
Okay.
So we have the included goodie bag, which is included with said Mamba. I don't know why I just hit it, but I did. So this literally, I'm going to empty it all out because I didn't expect it to be quite so comprehensive of a kit as it is. So you have to excuse me, there's gold bars everywhere. So we've got a massive bag of goodies. A spacer to bolt to the manifold and space the turbo down should we need it. We have a braided oil feed line, and also 2 braided water lines, one for either side of the turbo, which is pretty awesome actually. So I kind of wanted to get braided lines for mine, but there we go. The OEM metal lines will do just fine. And in this bag we have all the included hardware. It comes with nuts and studs as well. So we've got 2 springs for the wastegate actuator, should we want to respring it and run more boost, which is kind of cool. Fresh nuts, copper coated nuts for the downpipe and for the exhaust housing. So that's really cool that they include that. New oil line and coolant banjos for the turbo with copper washers and everything included. That's awesome. And like I said, we got a couple of clamps for securing everything onto the turbo, a vacuum line for something, an oil restrictor which needs to go into the top of the turbo, and we got studs for the exhaust and the downpipe, or the elbow, sorry. And also we have that bolts onto the bottom of the turbo, and then that replaces the OEM oil drain. So they've literally included everything in this kit. So good job to Mamba. They've done a really good all-included kit that you can literally just buy and bolt on. So yeah, props to them for doing that.
We've just taken the stock turbo elbow off. Having not really seen one of these before, we didn't know quite how restricted it was going to be and whatever. So
we know from Samit's video that he put one of these on his, is it a 33 with a 34 front end?
It's a 33.4 basically. Yeah.
And he put what was it that he put on it? A Tomei, wasn't it?
Tomei Extreme.
Yeah. So that's the elbow that you really want, isn't it?
Yeah, I think. Well, I got a Tomei exhaust, so it makes total sense, right? So
just from doing that, he made an extra 40 horsepower.
I think that's what it was.
So if you look at the end, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that, but if you can see here where the wastegate is, it's literally just flat.
Yeah.
So the flow is really bad because it just hits that wall and then gets forced down there, and it's actually quite small in the actual end of the mouth. So that's why it is so restrictive.
Yeah. So we're thinking that this is probably a good time to change that.
Oh, and also we've got a snap stud as well.
And we've got a snap stud, and it's just rusty as hell, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It's probably
that's rounded off, and that heat shield doesn't look very nice. And
it's been on the car for 20 years since it left the factory, so we'll see what the financial situation's like, and then maybe we'll get a Tomei.
Trying to persuade him to get one.
They're not cheap, those turbo
No.
turbo elbows. They're about 380 quid for a very small piece of metal. But
it makes a hell of a difference.
it makes a
though.
hell of a difference. So, and I know it's going to last. It's not going to crack. You know, it's a good quality Japanese brand and so on. So,
Worst comes to worst, we'll look for like a eBay special and just call it quits for now. Won't we?
and then change it at a later date. So,
yeah.
and our friend Ben is doing some questionable stuff in the background. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why you do not day drink.
So, we have taken the turbo off. Everything's pretty much ready. We are at a sort of tie break sort of thing between this episode and, unfortunately, a part 2, because Jack's got to order a turbo elbow.
Yeah.
Because the standard one, as we explained earlier, is snap stud and it flows like shit. So, we're going to get one of those ordered up. I'm going to fiddle about with some other stuff, running some of the coolant lines out of ours, not on film. Just because there's one that runs right behind the back of the engine and it's a complete ball ache. So
It is, yeah.
I will get that run, and if I do anything else out of ours, it'll obviously be filmed as well. But that is pretty much going to be it for this video. Be sure to stay tuned because there is lots more content coming up on this car. So.
And on your car.
Yeah, and on my car.
And on other cars as well.
And on other cars as well.
Which we all will be revealed very soon.
So, as a lot of you probably know, my episodes that I film for the Evo is filmed on my phone. Now, it's not quite up to my or our standards. Obviously, Jack's got a Canon M50, which is what we're filming on now. So I have made an investment, shall we say, into the channel, and I am awaiting a Sony A6600. So hopefully we're going to be experimenting with 4K very soon, which would be interesting.
Yeah, we're going to give it a test run in one of the videos coming up soon. I'm not sure exactly which one yet, but we're going to give it a go and see what.
Even if we don't end up shooting in 4K, it should still mean that we've got 2 good quality 1080p cameras that do the job.
Yeah, exactly.
You lose depth of field with a phone, so being a proper camera, it's just going to be much better.
It's just going to be better, and just to have 2 cameras as well.
Photos as well for the Instagram. And stuff
yeah,
like
exactly.
So.
And just to have 2 cameras, you know, an A and B camera, it's going to hopefully make the videos a lot better for you guys.
Because we can have one set up on a gimbal permanently, so we can just pick it up and go and shoot B-roll.
Yeah, exactly.
An A-roll camera just for vlogging like we are now.
Yeah.
So
so fingers crossed. It's going to be awesome. Cool, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video.
Yeah, that's going to be it.
That's going to be it, isn't it? I think we'll wrap it up there.
Yeah.
If you did enjoy this video, make sure you hit the like button down below. It helps us out a huge amount. And if you're new here, consider hitting the subscribe button as well.
And have a look at our other content.
And have a look at all the other videos we've got. So, got plenty more coming soon, guys.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. And we'll see you again next time. Cheers. Bye. You're not got a camera, you idiot.
I'm admiring this beautiful day. The RB25 life. Outtakes.
Ah, that's a freaking razor blade. Jesus Christ. Almost had my arm off.
How sturdy is this gun?
For sake.
What?
Shut up.
What?
How sturdy is what?
Assistance.
Very. He's in need of assistance. JDM banners.
I need help.
You need help? How?
Well, I'm stuck here. The screws are over there and I'm